Last time I talked about books, I was encouraged to do so more often, so today I'm going to talk about 2 more books that I've read over winter break. The Statistical Probability of Love at First Sight is the first one that I read. People really liked this book on Goodreads. I think it has like a 3.8 overall, and that's fairly decent. Anything above a 3.5 is generally considered a good book, but I really was not that much of a fan. I thought it was well written, but I felt like the story was just very cliched and stereotypical. It's about a boy and a girl who meet in an airport, and I feel like that's a very cliche thing to do, and if you can take that setting and make it into something unique and interesting, then clearly that would be a good story, but this was very predictable. This is going to be really petty, but I hated their names. The female protagonist's name is Hadley and the male protagonist's name is Oliver, and I just felt like that is such a attempt to make a unique name that's also not weird, and I don't know why their names just bothered me so much. I really don't like the name Hadley. It's just too perfect and too predictable, and there wasn't a whole lot to keep me guessing, and I hate when you get to a book halfway through and you're like, well, I was sort of enjoying it, and I'm still sort of enjoying it, but it's just not worth it. And at one point I seriously considered putting it down because I was just like, well, I mean, I don't feel like there's anything here for me to really be amazed by. I don't remember what I gave it on Goodreads. Either 2 or 3 stars, but it was okay. I liked it. It was fine, but this is another one that I don't really feel like was worth my time. In contrast, I also read I Am the Messenger, which was 100% worth my time. Markus Zusak is phenomenal. If you've read The Book Thief, you know he's phenomenal. He really just has a way with words. There are a couple things that I really liked about this book. Firstly, it was mysterious enough without being annoyingly so. It kept me guessing, but it also wasn't frustrating in that I didn't know anything that was going on at the time. Both while I was reading the book and afterwards when I was reflecting on the book as a whole, I definitely felt this change in the way that I look at humanity, and I really like books that change my perspective on things. It reminds us that strangers are just people who we haven't met yet and haven't gotten to know, and that there's no reason to really fear those people or to not reach out to other people. Through the protagonist in this book, I was reminded that people are often more than they seem, and there's more to someone than just their surface level appearance of what they want and who they are. He learns that compassion really goes a long way, and that's what I loved about the book. It makes you want to step outside of your self-imposed boundaries, and I really like that because I do impose boundaries on myself. Anything that reminds me to get away from those self-inflicted rules is something that I enjoy. This book 100% is 5 stars. You should read it. Everybody should read it. I loved it. It says it's a teen book on the side for me because I got it from the library, and it is pretty heavy for a teen book, but I guess I see why it's not considered an adult book. It is a mature teen book though, and I think adults would really enjoy it, and I think you do have to be kind of an older teenager to be able to handle it because it is kind of heavy and kind of gruesome in parts, but it is beautiful. Thank you so much for watching this book review. I'll probably talk less about books soon because I won't be on break anymore and I read less when I'm in school, but I will hopefully be seeing you soon.